Welcome everybody to another episode of the Fight IQ series. This is episode 8, and right now I'm rocking with Beneil Dariush, who got that sick ass KO on Drakkar Klose. That's how you say his name. That shit was sick. I went nuts because all my boys know I like using Beneil for like the sole purpose of trolling, because he's okay in this game. He's okay. But man, when he landed that knockout, I was so happy. So happy. I went screeching around like my jaw. I was going like just going nuts. But yeah, I'm going against this Nate Diaz right now. So there's usually like around 3 staple types of Nate Diaz players. They either try to press you heavy. Right, what the hell? They either try to pressure you heavy. They just wait for you to come in and then throw the strikes. Or you just get some guy trying to take you down. In this case, this is a Nate that's kind of scared to engage. Why are you throwing leg kicks with Nate Diaz?
Really missed with that right hand.
So here's the dilemma for me, right? Being that I have the lower rated fighter. Yeah, that was an easy read. Being that I have the lower rated fighter. Exchanging in the pocket against the higher rated fighter is obviously tougher. That's usually the case. So, alright, check that one. So you see that he's kind of waiting for me to fire back, and he's going to throw 3 or 4 strikes. Being that this is a 3-round fight, if you have the lower rated fighter, what you're looking to do is to win the exchanges and take the least amount of damage as possible. Check that one again. Ah, how do you block that? To me, seems to be that this guy's only really headhunting mainly. Like he'll throw an occasional shot low into the body, but nothing to really worry about. It should have been a check. So I don't want to overthrow and gas myself out. I'm just going to be really focused on just winning these exchanges. Doesn't seem to me that this guy really knows what to do when I'm going forward. He's just waiting. So just bits and pieces, I'm just going to try to pick this dude apart. I don't want to make a mistake in exchange and like duck into an uppercut or something. Alright, buddy. You want a leg kick with Nate Diaz for some reason. Sucks Beneil doesn't have an overhand. There's a spinning back fist, though.
Under 2 minutes to go.
One funny thing I've noted when I use like lower rated guys, I don't know, maybe it's the way I play, but the guys like do not like to engage with me as much. This guy has like the A+ fighter. I would prefer if the higher rated fighters like coming at me, so it forces me to use kind of like my defense and whatnot. But when the guy has the fighter with better stats in almost every category, he took me down off an opportunistic kick. But I bet you're not even a good grappler, are you? He just throws me off. Like he's not gonna. Based on the last 3 minutes of these exchanges, I've been getting the better of him. So takedown or whatever, it's not gonna win him the round. Yeah, I don't know if that's what he's processing in his head. It seems to me that this guy doesn't really know what he's doing. So I'm just gonna focus on winning things round by round. When I see him come forward, I'll try to plant my own straight and lead hook. I don't think this guy knows how to. Thank you. This guy knows how to block counter. I don't think this guy knows too much. So then again, he could be playing possum and then he'll just like let loose on me in the next round. So. I will say like the player base has gotten a lot more patient, so to speak, which is good, like forces people to think. But I also noticed that a lot of guys they're trying to do more than what needs to be done in a fight defensively. Some guys, they try to like force pull counters when it's not there and they're just fishing for it. But I don't know what this guy's doing. I'm gonna teach you how to land some leg kicks. So the difference, when you see hit nice shot, fire back a leg kick out of ego. When I land leg kicks, doesn't matter who I have really. I'm always looking to land them as the guy's throwing a jab or a straight, because their foot's planted. Easy head kick. Their foot is planted, so it's easier to land. And if they're throwing a strike, they're not going to be able to low block it. So those 3 leg kicks that I landed have done more damage than the ones he landed on me in the first round. Oh, terrible whiff.
absorb that straight hand. He has
Just
shown
relax.
vulnerability here by leaning in right into his opponent's range.
He got tagged.
That's another thing that you got to be aware of. If you're throwing strikes out of range, they don't land damage. They don't land as much damage as you think. Like, for example, that leg kick right there, I guarantee you if I could see his HUD, that would have taken off a good chunk of his leg health. Versus the ones like he landed on me, because he's throwing them in punching range, and I'm throwing them at the correct range. Alright, easy. That was too easy of a single to get.
He's got it. Full mount.
I believe Nate's off the back is like 90 something, 93 something, 94 something. I could be wrong, could be higher. But stats aside, I shouldn't have a hard time grappling this guy based on what I saw in the first round. Where are you going? Another thing, top mount. I know that side control is the main position that people look to finish. They like to get in crucifix. But top mount, in terms of winning rounds, is really effective if you know how to be really cheeky with it. If you can reset the timer, every time you land a big strike in top mount, yeah, that was easy though. Every time you land a big strike in top mount, it resets the timer. Unfortunately, you can be stood up in top mount, which is weird. But if you want to focus on winning the round, you know, if the damage has been relatively even on the feet before you took it to the ground, you can literally just kind of hold top mount, wait every 15-20 seconds or so, get some denials off, land a big strike, and just win off a control time. And when I have a lower rated fighter, especially if they have some grappling chops to them, that's usually what I look to go for. Yeah, let's see. He's gonna go for like, yep, yeah. Usually people go for like 3, 4 fakes with the armbar or something, then try to go triangle. Yeah, that's. I don't think. Also, with sub attempts, if you're not passing gates before, you could just kind of keep going for subs, and if it was just the first stage, you could get like hella points with regards to the judges and scoring or whatnot. So like win fights. Now, like unless you're actually doing anything significant. Hold on. Ah, come on. I gotta start using the pull uppercuts. It's easy. What was I saying? Shit, I forgot. Let me just focus on this guy. I got The Rock, but he doesn't seem to be that concerned with winning this fight. He's just kind of letting me be. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh man, he's giving me that slip straight. 1, 2. Pretty predictable pattern. I'm not gonna really look to force a finish on a guy like this who's kind of playing scared in a sense. When you slip my strike, I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm not gonna look to make any mistakes, but as I was saying, oh yeah, I was talking about sub attempts. If you don't go far with the subs, you're not gonna really score much. Ah! God damn it, hit his shoulder. 1, 2. I tried to catch him as he was throwing strikes. I get that low single, but I just don't see it, man. You got 2 minutes left. What are you doing? Come to me. You are losing this fight. I still denied it. You're losing this fight. Be aggressive. You are confusing me. Let me try to fire back. That's it. It's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's like, yeah, that's 2 consecutive rocks in a row. That's a wrap. I was perfectly content with winning a decision there, too. This guy wasn't aggressive enough, you know? I didn't really see what the game plan was from this guy, but usually if you see a guy who's trying to, like, play the patient game, the one thing that goes against that is just racking up damage against them. So if you're going to win the fight on the scorecards, go ahead and win on the scorecards. There's no shame in that. I was just pretty confused as to what this guy had in mind and what he wanted to do. Just kind of just hoping to see something happen, but alright, whatever. I'll take it. Alright, let's go look for another fight.
So a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the huge tail of the tape for this
Alrighty, so I'm a light heavyweight, but I ain't going with Osaki. I'm going with Michael Bisping. So, plus side about Bisping in light heavyweight, he is a B fighter, and he still has the same exact perks that he has in middleweight. Downside is that his stats are marginally lower with regards to striking and even takedown wise. Like in middleweight, he has 87 takedown offense, and light heavyweight's like 84. His health is obviously, of course, a little bit lower and not as beastly as he is in middleweight, but still a pretty good beef. Ah, okay. Oh, what the hell? Ah, well, I am in trouble. What? Are you dead ass? Ah, okay. So there's 3 things I could do when I'm in a fucked position like this. That, or he doesn't know how to deny that. I think Tito Ortiz has like a 100 top game, so I don't think this guy's too good of a grappler. I just think he's just using an extremely good grappler. Just faking all over the place, killing his own stamina. Alright, that's fine by me. But, side control, crucifix, and how the fuck did he pass the top mount there? Alright, this is your vibe. This is your vibe. I see you, bro.
Excellent movement on the ground.
Do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. I don't. Alright, back to what I was saying. So, when you get taken down to side control, you either want to look to do some fakes to throw people off guard, or delay your timing on your transitions, because some guys, they pre-deny a lot, and yeah. Oh my god, that was so slow. His off the back is so slow. Get the fuck off me. You're just looking to pre-deny and just keep you in some positions. Oh my god, he's doing the petty thing. He's doing what I was talking about doing in the last fight. Oh, about getting a top down, going up and down. Ah, you fucker. Looking to reset the timer. That's one thing I did there. Petty, petty, petty. Ah, he faked. Okay. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Alright, you saw how my stamina bar was like flashing? You saw how it was flashing? That means he was doing like this, I thought it was a glitch, but Jeff says apparently it's supposed to implicate a struggle or whatever when you get the arm trap. You flick your right stick when somebody gets an arm trap, you can kind of drain them of their stamina. If you don't do anything at all, then they're draining their own stamina. And what the hell? How is he getting that top mount transition? I swear I blocked those. Oh, alright. Being that flash is happening really early, he's like pre-denying or... Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Get the fuck off me. Jesus. Oh boy.
30 seconds now to go in the opening round.
Right, see, he's draining his own stamina. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to transition, so... But you see how that full guard was flicking? That means he was trying to do that little right stick wiggle thing. Alright. So this game's going to be a long fight. Oh, I don't know how he got most of those top mount transitions, but let's see what kind of adjustments can I make. So for starters, I can't let this guy take me down. It's going to be tough being my takedown defense isn't that high, but I'm not feeling you, bro. I gotta figure out what kind of striker he is too. I think this guy just kind of uses the threat of grappling to set up his head strikes. So I think if he feints in my body or anything, I'm not gonna really be concerned. I'm just gonna look to just beat him to the punch on the feet, because I know Bisping should be faster.
Significant body shots here. These are gonna take their toll as this fight goes on. Straight right hand now just misses. We show you the total strikes.
I don't know why people feint the body shit from all the way over there like it's supposed to be technical or something. No, good sir. Get the fuck off me. I'm not even gonna waste my stamina trying to grapple.
Gets up and decides to take this fight back to the feet despite having a dominant position on the ground. Tags him. Punches blocked.
In this case, I just want to touch this guy up. Yeah, I don't think this guy can really strike with me. He's just looking for me to make a mistake or maybe fire back too soon or something. So he can get like a rock. Get the fuck off me, you horny grappler. Get the fuck off me. No. That was cute. That was a really cute attempt.
He clinches here.
Massive slam. That'll change the complexion of this
Right.
one.
Fun fact, those body lock throws do body damage. No.
Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive down here and starting to find himself.
Tito has a good amount of power too. You saw how much of a chunk of health that took off? Alright, you got what you wanted,
2
buddy.
minutes now to go in round 2.
The clinch.
The battle for hooks continues.
I swear I'm denying most of these. Oh no.
And now
Oh
trying to
no.
take the back.
Oh my god! Get the fuck out of here. Why does he have an inverted triangle?
Tags him with a flush left.
In half guard now.
No. See, okay, no.
Reversal here. Beautiful punch.
I mean, my assumption about him on the feet was correct. I definitely have landed enough strikes to outdo anything that he's going to do on the ground at this point. And I don't really care about passing guard or doing anything, so I'm more than content to let the ref stand me up here.
Is being grounded down from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage.
Big punch from the top.
Ortiz, his lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of
25 seconds left. See, he's not really focused on my body, my legs, or anything else. He's just really focused on grappling
next with the punch.
and hoping to catch me at a bad frame.
Round 2.
And he's like delaying his strikes a little bit. Like he's going jab and he's like pausing for a second and then following up a second strike. So if I fire up a strike at the wrong time, he would have frame advantage and he has a good chance of rocking me. So I believe we took that round.
Of this championship fight.
Start leading with hooks.
Fighters ready to go. This next round is underway. Last round pretty
What
tough
the
action.
fuck are you doing, bro?
Round, not the greatest round you'll ever see. Both fighters really had their moments. Tough fight to score.
All right.
And again, we set off the top.
No. You wanted to grapple.
In this fight, in this division, and that's exactly how it's played out.
Oh man, I wish they had more grappling situations. There's something that
He's fainting with the
they could do better for the next possible game. It's gonna be more grappling situations. How you see this? This guy's throwing hooks now.
World-class display of striking here tonight.
I shouldn't have
He
slipped.
connects with a punch yet again. He has attacked that area nonstop, probably targeting the cut, I would think. At this point.
Get the fuck. She shots to the body, opens up the head. He's blocking his head, so that's telling me his head is whoa. Why does he have that combo? I mean, good rock, but Jesus, why does he have the body straight head kick? All right, so what are you gonna do now? I already dropped you. I dropped you.
3 minutes to go.
Notice how he had lower stamina than me heading into this third round, even though he was been grappling me. All those fakes that he does was killing his stamina. I don't have a good off the back with Michael Bisping. So all these little fakes he's trying to do to fake me out, I'm not reacting to most of them. So eventually what I gotta do is just transition right here, like I'm doing right now. Show him a little bit of my jiu-jitsu and I'm out.
Staying busy.
Oh, nice job working hard.
When somebody's just overdoing the fakes, oh my god. Just transition.
Really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the
This case I'm just gonna wait for this guy to come in.
earlier in the fight.
Being that most of his strikes are forward moving strikes, the straight has stopping power.
That chin.
So that's going to be the go-to strike to land. I don't think this guy knows how to really slip straight much.
Back to the jab now.
Just one, delayed, and the second strike. One.
He got tagged there.
One.
Shot.
Well, he walked into his opponent's range there and aced that hook. He was unprotected, unguarded.
Do you have a game plan, buddy? You got something else other than jabs, or? Jab, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oh, he connects there.
The one thing I got to do is just not exchange when my short-term stamina is low. Because if I do that, I'm going to screw myself up. Ha! You went low, didn't you? Ah, his block is shredded. Yep, his health is low and his block is shredded. All right. Ah.
He threw an incredibly large.
His striking would have worked better if I was more scared of the takedown. Like, if I kept on focusing on maybe blocking my body, or like I was really scared of him going for a driving takedown again, he would have been able to rack up more damage against my head. But once I kind of just saw that his striking wasn't really there, I'm not really too scared of the grappling.
Probably shake his head, but ultimately.
But yeah, at least in one of those grappling changes on the ground, I definitely I'm thinking about how they really need to do it. If for next game, they really got to add more situations. Hell, even if the grappling on the ground is a little bit slow, because, you know, it's more so focused on control and whatnot, you give us the ability to scramble before we get there. That'd be pretty cool. And I think if you make the clinch a little bit faster paced, I think that would change things drastically. Yeah, that was a bad first round. That was a really bad first round, but managed to get a few of those little hip bumps to get out of danger and survive and knock this dude out. So good adjustments on my part. I'm gonna look to get one more fight though. Alright, be right back.
For this flyweight tilt. Gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age.
So I don't know if you guys went around for the series, right? But I'm very complimentary of this one guy. Zon do work. I like the way he fights because it is kind of like his own thing. But I think like I won the first time and like he's gotten better. He's gotten better. But I want this to be my last fight today. I'm not dealing with this. So one thing about Zon is that he likes to feint his way into the pocket a lot, and he likes to move his head. And usually he's looking to try to frame counter you. Also throws a lot of my own stuff back at me. So a mistake I did in the last fight when I lost to him, when he had RDA and I had Nick, I was too focused on what he was doing. I was being a little bit too reactive instead of being proactive. So I know that most of his body strikes are going to be pretty like high meta stuff, like the body uppercuts. He's going to try to do my thing, which is the lead hook body uppercut. And being that he likes to move his head, once I get him to start moving his head, alright, that's the first read. I'm going to start kicking his legs. And after a leg kick, whether I land it or not, I'm going to look to pre-deny because I know Brandon Moreno's a grappler. That's how to shoot. And like he likes to play this, Zon likes to play this footsies game. Like he likes to go in and out of range. And the key thing about Zon is that he makes you think like he's throwing a crazy amount, but all he's trying to do is to get you to overthrow, so he can catch you with a stun. And he's just looking to frame trap you with jabs, but not in the way that say somebody like E. Gonzalez does it. He just alternates from single shots, and it'll usually be the body jab or the head jab, and like right there, then he'll go for like a blitz of strikes. So in my case, I'm not going to play that guessing game of worrying about what he's going to go for my head. I'm just going to focus on winning the rounds and just focus on taking away what he's good at. So I'm just going to look to neutralize him. Ben Nguyen is a really decent character. The sidekick mix-up is really a slip, because once you get somebody tries to start sidestepping, start landing those leg kicks. Cute.
Orthodox for much of the fight. He's going southpaw here, Joe. Punches blocked.
He hit him with the hook.
She's not landing much damage. She's trying to like blitz on my block a little bit, but it's not going to bleed through.
His opponent wisely took advantage. Let's see if he adjusts here moving forward.
I know that's what he's going to do to me if I whiff on a kick, so I got to be ready to pre-deny tie that. Get it now. The elbows are at least playing some damage in my favor, but that's a pretty good first round. Pretty good first round. Again, with Zon, the feints are just the way he does his feints is just designed to get you to react to him, and then based on your force of habit, he'll try to counter your counter. So keeping things simple actually works better against him than trying to overcomplicate things. Because the downside to trying to play like technical in a boxing standpoint is that if I'm not buying what you're doing and I just focus on winning the small exchanges, you're going to be losing rounds. So just gotta take away these rounds. Just gotta take away these rounds. Slipping.
forward. Combination.
In hindsight, probably could
Throw your
have blocked
punches
on
and
that just now.
and really try to force the issue and get your opponent out of it.
Still going for the body uppercuts. Nice shot, slip straight.
Well, some have gotten
See the way his low block is shuffling?
Looking to feint with that punch.
Oh, he lands
He,
another
he is concerned about the leg kicks, and I see that his character's model kick is red. You see that? You see that? He commits my block and expects me to throw a straight strike, and then he's looking to slip counter off of that. I'm trying to fire back to get him off me.
There's that inside leg kick, Joe.
Mm-mm.
Moreno committing to a single leg here.
No, not today, sir.
Switching stances here.
He lands a knee here.
Another thing, those body jabs, that body hook did some damage, but body jabs, they don't do damage. Like, I think you'd have to land like maybe 5 or 6 of them for them to do as much damage as, say, a lead uppercut or something. They're just kind of meant to get you trapped in frames. A lot of guys think they go body jab, then they go rear hook to the head, and then lead hook to the head. It's just a frame trap thing. No, you're not getting that.
Back to orthodox. Wynn's attempt there is blocked by the.
See that? That jab is not doing much of anything. I tried to get him with that. Okay.
Watch the shot, Joe.
Patience is my friend.
Now under a minute.
I really want you to start sidestepping so I can just tee off on that leg.
Straight right, he misses.
Leg is redder than the motherfucker.
Timely defense there, huge block for him.
Feinting with the punch.
Sorry, I'm a little bit quiet for this fight. This one requires a little bit more thinking power.
Oh, he blocked that offense, Joe.
He's trying to force an exchange.
Just misses with the jab. 2 rounds in the books.
And here's a nice shot, lands perfectly.
Okay, you show my
Excellent
highlights.
striking on display in that round.
I have a hard time believing that, but in most fights, but in this case, I definitely feel like I'm landing more. The only issue is now, I know he's gonna try to pressure me to an extent to get me to overcommit. And yeah, you see right there, now he's trying to catch me with planted vulnerability.
Landed that one.
That moving slip counter works well against forward moving strikes.
Joe started to show some signs of swelling. Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Oh, continuing to work the body to great effect.
Come on, son, them body jabs ain't doing nothing.
Everything into that uppercut, but fell short.
Total strikes.
Keep low blocking.
Missed that shot.
I'm finna chop them legs. See, he's waiting too long. So now Zahn is the one trying to be. He went from being really proactive in that rematch fight we had when I had Nick and he had RDA. Now he's the guy that's reacting.
Excellent defense here. Really good job blocking all those shots coming at his head.
So he's trying to force something to happen here. See that? That's the little frame trap I was talking about, the lead jab. Now he's trying to throw out the super meta combos. Meanwhile, he's throwing all these shots at my block, but they're not going to land or do any significant damage. So once I just keep adding up these leg kicks, eventually I should get something. If not, it's taking away his power at the very least. No. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you get the leg health down to, I believe, halfway, you're reducing it. On one leg, if you get it down halfway, I believe you're lowering it down by at least 3 points. So, say you find a guy with 90 power. Ooh, nice. With 90 power, I get his leg up to like halfway or less. Oh, hold on. Talking too much.
Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot.
Okay, so I get it down to halfway. I think it'd bring down his power down to at least an 87 or 86, which may not seem like much, but it matters. I don't know why he's not switching his stance. Yeah, maybe Benzo's switch stance isn't good, so in that case his power would be even less if he switches stance.
Shot is blocked.
Me doing as much damage as I did to his legs guarantees that I won't be taking much damage from the strikes in most exchanges.
He's blocking almost all these shots. Good shot.
Kick to the body by
Fuck
Witt.
off me.
Nice
Ah,
takedown. You can tell he's worked
worth
on
a
that.
shot, but
Changes his stance.
definitely a good clinic here. Definitely require more thinking power. Oh yes.
Injured.
Ah,
All right, so this fight goes to a decision, not for any lack of effort. The finish didn't materialize, but he landed so much volume in terms of significant strikes here tonight that you got to think
yeah, this fight definitely
decision
required a lot
is
more
just an
thinking.
eventuality. He deserves to be the winner.
Should be
after one of the
should be a
bigger
clear
efforts of his UFC career.
clear 30-27. If it's not, I'll be genuinely surprised. Yeah, showing up my highlights.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the
What's up,
venerable
man?
Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 30-27.
30-27, perfect shutout. All right, that'll be it for episode 8 of the Fight IQ series. As always, like, share, comment, and subscribe if you guys want me to choose a certain fighter. While as the series is now, like, you know, coming to an end for now. Feel free to drop it in the description, into the comment section. Mero17, I am out of here.